Hi friends, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra, here again on John's Briefs. We're at CT Tactical in Scottsdale in the 338 Club with criminal defense attorney extraordinaire, Tim Forshee. And
not always a good thing, you know, you can be extraordinary in the wrong direction.
That's right. I mean, you can be extraordinarily bad, I suppose.
Exactly, right.
But today we were going to talk about, I put a short up on the YouTubes and the Instagrams not too long ago on the company page of a bunch of drunk foo with using Wasp Spray. But I want to talk to Tim about this kind of a bad idea for self-defense. Big Text Ordinance is my go-to source for accessories for all your defensive and competition firearms. They have great holsters with accessories for concealment and ship fast at great prices. I'm a proud customer and recommend them without hesitation. Now, we've talked here on John's Briefs a little bit about the fact that we see OC spray a little bit differently, you and I. And I'm comfortable with that. The attorney can be wrong about things, and I'm down with that. I know, arrogant as all get out. Just deal with me. But in particular, Wasp Spray, for some reason, has this like folk thing.
It's like a cult following.
It's a weird thing of like, some people are like, well, just get a can of Wasp Spray. Just go down to Home Depot and, you know, it'll drive bad guys off. I think the video showed that's not necessarily the case, big time. But what about the legalities of using poison against somebody?
Again, you hit right on it. It's a horribly bad idea from self-defense perspective. I mean, a guy who actually has used Wasp Spray on a wasp nest. I don't know if you've ever done that.
And it's
you know what happens? You know what happens?
They get mad.
They instantly die. They instantly die, just like on an episode of SWAT on TV. The minute the bullet hits them, they fall to the ground dead.
Not so much.
No, what happened with me was I had a whole swarm of hornets chase me around my yard, is what I had. It might kill them 15 minutes from now, but I'm kind of worried about what happens in the next 0.5 seconds, right? So first of all, it's stupid. Let's make sure we both agree on that. It's stupid from a tactical, practical standpoint.
Well, we saw in the video.
You saw how well it worked. The guy just basically stood and stared at him. It wasn't even anywhere near as effective as pepper spray would be.
Now, I think that sometimes if you actually got directly in their eyes, it would just hurt.
So would right guard.
Yeah, exactly the case, right? So would just a garden hose.
Yeah, exactly.
If you actually smack them in the face, they go, ow, you know what I mean?
But then you're right. It's like, so you could have gone to, I mean, you live in Arizona, you can go into any firearms store, you can go into most sporting goods store and buy a can of OC. Why did you choose to go to a supermarket and buy Wasp Spray instead? That's poisonous. That is poison. OC is not poisonous. If somebody has asthma, it's a problem. But for the average person, it's not going to kill them. It's not poisonous, right? And I think you're right. It adds an extra layer of bad actor. It adds an extra layer of evil intent. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't work. And it's really stupid. Again, we talked in prior videos, we talked about the whole concept of the Punisher logo or the kill them all like God sorted them out hat or that kind of stuff. It's probably even worse than that. It's literally poison, as you pointed out. So why would you do that?
And so to me, I look at it and I go, okay, if somebody is a legitimate physical threat against me and mine, I love having an OC for that. You guys know that. It's a long-range eye poke that doesn't actually injure. It simply, hurts like the dickens and I can get away from them. Great. So if I don't have to go hands-on, less chance of injury. But the Wasp Spray won't necessarily do that. It doesn't have the same effect. And so now what do I have? At best, I have somebody really mad that I shot him in the face with basically rat poison.
But you have a 4-ounce aluminum can in your hand for a baton now, so that's helpful.
At least I got something, right? But then I also, I think, put myself at some risk from if I acted improperly. Now a prosecutor goes, what in the world are you doing? Because that's like chemical assault now, not just assault.
Well, and as we saw in the video, it's not going to stop the incident. And arguably, it exacerbated the incident.
Yeah, well,
so it's like,
I mean, it was drunk foo, okay, but
correct, but which was entertaining as all get out, by the way. I mean, and
Tucson,
folks, I'm just
going to
say it. We're sitting here in Maricopa County, Arizona, and it happened in Pima County, in the heart of Pima County in Tucson. And normally I would say, well, I wouldn't want to offend my friends in Pima County. You know what? You're in Pima County. Move. It's a stupid place to live.
You know how there's
full of stupid people. There we go.
You know how there's Florida, man? We do have a thing here about Tucson, man. We do. I mean,
and we saw about 5 of them in that video. But the pepper spray will stop the incident, right? Not all the time, but as you're an advocate, it'll stop it a lot of the time. Wasp spray will not stop it. It will simply, the guy's now pissed that you sprayed wasp spray in his face. It's going to exacerbate the situation. It's not going to stop anything. Makes it more likely it's going to get worse, not less likely. So just bad on every level that I can think of.
And so guys, please hear me. Share this with people who go, oh, just buy a can of wasp spray. And every time you see it, just say, this is a bad idea. Don't do this, right? If you need a self-defense spray, it should be oleoresin capsicum. That's what most people call pepper spray. And I don't even like the stuff that's mixed with other things. good OC sprays. There's only 2 that I can recommend for their batch consistency and for their effectiveness and for the major capsaicinoids percent. There's only one of those that's run by a good, sane, sober, moral, prudent person who I know puts his money where his mouth is, and that's Alex from Palm. That's why we endorse them. So anyhow, Wasp Spray, bad.
Bad idea.
Thanks, man.
And any other insecticide too.
Yes, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Don't use rat poison on people.
Correct.